Hi, Internet. Kim here.
Chris here, and this is Rambling Teatime.
We are back with a new season.
Yes,
Woo!
the whole new season.
I don't know if anyone is going to care, but we are happy to be here. We're celebrating this new season. Today,
Yes.
we are going to get right into our episode. Of course, we're drinking tea, but...
Nothing special?
Well, mine is special. I'm having the fennel tea with milk, and it is just... I let you taste it just now, and I know you have to...
It's okay. It's alright.
Listen, you have to admit that it's really nice.
It's nice.
Isn't it comforting?
Okay,
It feels
comforting.
It feels light and like fluffy, but still full with the milk.
Sure.
Whatever.
I'm
You don't get
having
it.
the spearmint that I talked about being weak because I didn't want a strong tea. I just wanted something nice, chill, and non-offensive to just go down with.
Do you like it?
I like it. Like I said, it's weak, but it's exactly what I needed right now. So, yeah.
Okay. Well, moving right along. Today, we are going to be talking about the fall anime of 2021 that we are looking forward to.
Yes.
What would be your first one, Christopher?
Well, this is pretty easy. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 6. I enjoyed so far all of David Productions' animations for most of the seasons. So I'm looking forward to this one especially because this kind of ends the first part, I guess, of JoJo. This is where the original ending of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure was and is. And the next parts take place in a completely different universe with like different rules, but still have stands and weird characters as such. But this essentially ends the what do you call a whole series of 6 things a sec.
I don't know, 6 seasons.
This ends the first 6 parts of continual like stories being intertwined with one another in a way. Even though you could watch each part separately, this ends like I guess what you call the Dio saga from part 1 through to part 6, even though he was in all of them. But it ends the original JoJo family line in a way, right? So I'm looking forward to this. I really quite enjoy it.
Family line?
I mean like story, like this entire story. This ends and it continues, but part 7 and part 8 take place in a different universe with JoJo characters, but it doesn't tie to part 6 at all. Part 6 ends like the original like story for part 1. That entire thing, that's where it ends. That whole storyline. You understand?
Okay.
It's weird, but yes, part 7 was not going to be a JoJo series originally, but then it became a JoJo series because part 6 was supposed to be the original ending of like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. But then things changed and part 7 became, well, JoJo Part 7, which is also a part that I'm looking forward to whenever it comes, probably in a few years. But I'm looking forward to this. It's going to be interesting and fun. A lot of my favorite characters are in this part. I know you're going to watch it too.
I am. It's the first JoJo's that I added to my list willingly. Okay, not willingly exactly. The last JoJo's that I watched before this with Bucharty and everything, I didn't add that to my list. I had actually started watching that like during the season, but I hadn't originally had it added to my list in the beginning because, you know, I'm not really like super JoJo's
But I forced you
fan.
to watch them all the
Right.
time.
And I don't dislike them, but I just, you know, I just felt like they were there and I was here and we acknowledge each other's existence.
And I forced you to watch them.
Anyhow, I will be watching this one, Stone Ocean.
So what's your first anime that you have that you're looking forward to this season?
Well, my first is Miyuroko-chan. It's about a girl who one day realizes that she can see these ghost things that no one else can. And instead of telling anyone that she can see them, are interacting with them since they're so gruesome
Mm-hmm.
mostly. And I imagine that's how they actually are.
Yes.
Anyhow, she decides to just try to ignore them in her daily life. And that, well, that's
Leads.
just really difficult. But she is really powering through, and I am there for her the whole day, you know? Yeah, Miracle-chan.
Okay, I know of the manga. I haven't really gotten far through it, but from what I've seen, I know it's being good and hilarious at the
Yeah,
same time.
it's a good
Horrific.
comedy. But
Okay,
some of the things look really
I think
grotesque.
that's the whole point.
Yeah.
It has to throw you off.
So that's one of the first things that I'm looking forward to. What else are you
Okay.
looking forward to?
Okay, Daihaten no Paladin. This is the anime is based on the novel. There is a manga adaptation, but essentially a single kid is raised by three undead people, a warrior, a nun, and a wizard. And they raise him and teach him about the world and what happened and stuff like that. And it's really, I like it. I really, really like it. The hero, Will, is a real good stand up guy. They did a good job raising him, and the story essentially follows him being raised by them for a bit, then leaving home,
So
being
you've read
sad.
the manga?
I've read the manga
I
adaptation.
considered watching this, but
I think it's going if it is done well, I think it's going to be a favorite for a lot of people
is
because
it?
yeah, it's a good fantasy story in my opinion, and the main character is probably definitely the main draw along with the other characters. Just his growth as a person and how his upbringing itself and how he was raised, how he treats people, and just he's a good person. He's like
Mm-hmm.
a good person. He still has his own flaws, but you like that he is trying to do his best and helping others and stuff like that. It's great. I mean, looking forward to seeing that. So yeah, you should give it a watch though. I think you would enjoy it too. It's very good. I love the manga. It's one of my favorites.
When I read the synopsis, it was like kind of on the border, like I might enjoy this, but also it seems like it might be a bit boring.
It does seem like it was a bit boring, but in truth, it's actually very good.
Okay.
Probably not for everybody, but it's a good fantasy story.
Mm-hmm.
Little, yes, definitely a little slow in moments, but I think it's good. It's good. That's the point. It's good. It's fantastic. I think it's good. Just watch it.
Okay, I heard you.
What's next?
So the next thing that we both have on our list
Mm-hmm.
is Sakugan.
Yes. It's based on a novel and it's about people living underground, far into the far flung future. The father and daughter are workers who mine for ore and stuff like that. And the daughter wants to go and become a marker, which is someone who makes maps.
Right.
So the father finally decides that they might as well go out and search for do become a marker and also search for the mother that left them years ago.
Did she leave?
I mean, probably, who knows, get eaten. I don't know. I haven't watched the preview, so I don't know if it spoils anything like that. But it seems like it's going to be a fun little father and daughter show. That's why I put it on my list. So yeah, it looks good. I'm looking forward to it. What else do you have in your list?
I also have Blue Period on my list.
What is that about?
It's about art, mainly painting.
Okay.
And I had initially started to read the manga, but then I said to myself, this is not, it didn't feel too interesting,
Oh,
even though you can clearly see a change in art that the students do in the manga is different from obviously how it's drawn.
yeah.
I get that in terms of looks, but I still felt that it would be better if it were in color.
Mm.
And then I heard that there was, the anime coming out.
Okay.
And so, yeah.
It might be a better experience for you.
Yes. Yes, I think so.
Okay. I know of Blue Period, but I'm not really interested into it.
Okay. What else do you have?
I have some anime original thing that I saw called Megaton Q Musashi. It's an anime original.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, humanity got 90% of humanity got wiped out, and some invasion. I assume it's an alien invasion. It just says an invasion. Survivors live where they're in shelter, where their lives are monitored. Memories of the invasion are erased. Three teenagers from a shelter are chosen to pilot machines. So it's a mecha show,
Yeah.
and apparently it will be robot plus school life. I don't really care about mecha plus school life. I just
Same.
kind of want to see if there's going to be like more to do with the fact that 90% of humanity got wiped out and their memories are being erased about the invasion. I'm going to watch it to see if it has anything to do with that, because the synopsis, like I read, it kind of sounds very basic. So I'm just going to give it a couple of episodes and see where it goes from there. Because if there's more to it than how kind of bland the synopsis making the show's kind of song, then it might be an interesting thing. Because I always like that whole aliens just monitoring all of humanity type of situation. Sounds interesting, but
It
we'll
doesn't
see.
say anything about aliens.
That's what I don't understand. Who was the invasion that wiped out? The fact that they mentioned 90% of humanity wiped out due to an invasion kind of makes you think alien invasion. But who else would wipe out 90% of humanity from an invasion? Other humans? Sure.
Elephants.
But why not just mention that there was a big war that wiped out. Why would elephants start?
Hippopotamuses.
Well, if there were a lot of hippos, then yeah, I could see
Hippos
them.
are
I
dangerous.
know,
They kill people.
I know. They do all the time. They are one of the most dangerous African animals ever. More dangerous than I think even lions.
Exactly.
Elephants are also dangerous too, but that's a whole. We need to do an episode about really messed up animals, like for real. But yeah, I'm. This is probably my least interested thing on my list this season.
Mm-hmm.
But because it's also an anime original, so I don't even like know if it's like who or whatever or not. But it might be good.
You have hope,
I
and
have
that's a
hope.
good thing to
It.
have.
The synopsis caught me with the whole humanity wiped out,
Yeah, you keep
invasion
saying
memories
that,
erased.
but
That's the most
that
interesting part of the thing. But then
that
it's
I
like,
read that too, but that didn't catch me.
but the last line of the series, like the series will balance robot action with school life, and I'm like, ugh.
That is exactly
Yeah,
all the puke.
all the
Matter of fact,
puke.
make yourself puke. All right.
Like school mecha and school stuff never is good to me. It's never good. It's never. Ugh. It's always bad or yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm not going into this expecting like some god tier anime. I'm expecting maybe a loose plot and some action. But if it turns out good, who knows? And maybe I get an OST out of it. So
Ugh, whatever. Anyhow, moving on to me, or back to
yes.
me. I have Kyuketsuki Tsukushinu.
What is this?
Okay, so this is with a vampire. I know you're talking about how all the
Always
times that I'm
watching
always watching things or reading things with vampires.
every
Okay,
single
whatever.
season. There's a new vampire show, and you watch it.
Exactly. If they put out something with a vampire and I think it's good, then I will add it to my list. All right?
I know,
It
but
just so happens that for the last like 3 seasons,
yeah,
they have been.
yeah.
And you know what? Hey, good. Anyway, so Kyoketsuki Sugushino is actually about a vampire who is really afraid of things. All right?
Is it
He
like a
he he
phobia?
dies immediately. He turns into dust immediately. Let me read the
Oh,
synopsis for you. Um, a vampire hunter learns of a mansion inhabited by a vampire who's rumored to have kidnapped children and goes there intending to take him down. But then it turns out that the vampire's a wimp who keeps turning into ash at the slightest things, and that the kids aren't being held captive. They're just using the haunted house as their personal playground. Okay? So it's a comedy, first of all.
yeah, of course it is.
And I guess that the vampire hunter and the vampire are going to become, I don't know, friends or work together or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
In
yeah.
any case, this vampire is a baby, okay? And that's why I think it's going to be good.
Okay. it sounds you already know that's going to be silly. So
Yes.
yeah.
What else do you have?
Uh, I have Jujutsu Kaisen Zero. It's the movie,
Movie.
which is based on the prequel chapter or two of
Yeah, with
Jujutsu Kaisen
Okotsu.
with Yuta Okotsu, who is his friend is a curse, and Gojo is like, come to Jujutsu High to learn how to deal with the curse and shenanigans unfurl. I have
Well, it's not really shenanigans.
You've read the prequel chapters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't read them actually. I know that that's what kind of happens because of I've been spoiled on stuff like that, but I
So,
haven't actually read it.
so are you only reading it for the animation?
I'm
I
not
mean, are you only
watching it,
watching it for the animation?
kinda, and also because I haven't actually read the thing, so I'm just like I might as well just watch the anime. You know,
Oh,
it's one of those things where it's like, oh, I can go and read the actual prequel chapters. But I'll just I'll just wait for the anime. It comes out like in December 24th. Yeah, all the way down there. Yeah. So yeah, I'll watch it on Christmas and enjoy myself.
okay. Great. I actually, I don't think it'll be that great.
It's a movie and it's going to be short. Of course, it's not going to be.
Okay,
It's
let's move
not
on because I don't want nobody hating on
spoiling
me.
because it's short. It's just a little prequel thing and it's just a small OVA type situation movie. So
It's
it's
because I
fine.
read the thing. I wasn't like,
Impressed? Super
yeah,
super
I
impressed. That's
wasn't
fine.
impressed is the good word. I read it. I think it's good like preview of the manga,
Uh
like
huh.
how a story starts and that Jujutsu Kaisen was actually called something else and that whole thing
Yes.
is called something else and all
Yes.
of that good stuff. So you see where it got its legs and everything, but I don't think it like deserves a movie.
It's not a whole movie if I remember correctly. It's just like a OVA. It's nothing
Okay.
super. I mean,
They're
it's
trying to
this.
make money.
And Mappa's.
Can it or can it?
I mean, Mappa's already doing the entire like thing. They might as well do the prequel shit. They might as well
I
get it
guess
done.
so.
You know, no biggie. It's fine. I'll watch it and it'll be done. It'll be like 45 minutes of my time. It's not gonna kill me. What else do you have on your list, my dear sister?
I have Komi-san Wawa. I don't even remember what it's called.
Comey-ish.
Komi can't communicate is the
Yes,
English.
yes, I know.
So you read this, right? I thought you
No.
said that you read this.
Here's the thing. This
You
has been on
know
my
about it.
list. This has been on my list literally for years.
Mm-hmm.
I've read like if a few chapters here and there, but I know of its infamy. I know what it's about. I know about a whole bunch of chapters. I know about a whole bunch of arcs about this thing just based on osmosis from others and like just talking to people about the manga. I get it. I know it's about. I know it's decent and good. I just haven't had the time to actually read it. That's all. It is on my list. It is there, but I haven't read it yet.
Well, I haven't read it either.
You plan to
And
watch the
but
anime?
I do know about it
Mm-hmm.
because of the same thing that you do.
Osmosis.
Lots of people posted things,
Yes.
and I generally got the idea of what it's about.
Yeah.
So that kind of interests me a little bit. It's the kind of how should I say? It's the kind of school anime that I enjoy.
Okay.
And you remember I was telling you the other day that I would just like a nice school anime to watch.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't think this will be the one. I think this will be funny though, but maybe not
It might
the
actually
kind
be
of
the one
funny.
you're looking for.
No, well,
Trust me, it has a whole bunch going on in it. So yeah,
I think it'll be good though.
it'll be good.
So, yeah. Do you have anything else on your list?
I have one last thing on my list. This is Star Wars Visions. This is pretty much Star Wars but anime.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be like 9 short films, anthology short films of the Star Wars universe, and each of them is done by a different Japanese animation studio
I
with each a
see
different
that.
animation style. I saw the preview and whatnot, and I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. because of the unique styles of showing Star Wars and things. It looks great, and this is something that I've been telling my friends about, like even before they rebooted
What?
like the Star Wars with like the Force Awakens or whatever. What they need to do is just do Star Wars anime, because I'm a huge fan of the Clone Wars animated series at the time, and it continued, and I like Rebels as well. And those things were the best parts of Star Wars, in my opinion. And I've always been like, they should just like hire out some people from and just make Star Wars anime. And that's pretty much what these are. Just 9 short films in the Star Wars universe, each with a unique art style from the animation studio. So I'm happy. They're pretty much doing what I wanted them to do like a decade or two ago. Well, a decade ago. I'm not that old. But yeah.
You
So
are though,
yeah.
but I
But
see you're
yeah.
trying to
In
act
my
young.
teens I was like, yeah, Star Wars anime. Why isn't it a thing yet? But hey, it only took like
Now
a
you're getting
decade.
it though.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I think that's it for the new things that are coming
Okay,
up. And
okay.
then there are four things, I think,
That we are
continuing.
okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe three of them you're going to watch, but four of them I'm going to watch.
Oh,
The
okay.
first thing is Isekai Shokudo.
Oh,
It's in its
yes,
second season, I
yes,
think. Or is it the third season? It's the second season.
yes.
Isekai Shokudo
Uh-huh.
is with this restaurant that it can open up into different worlds.
Oh, okay.
So different people and different races from different places. This only happens like on the like a certain time. I think it's the weekend or
Okay.
at the.
I think I know of this, but I never like
I like it.
sounds interesting. I think I've read the synopsis like a while ago. 'Cause it's the second season. Yeah, yeah.
And you get to see the different characters that come in from the different worlds. They're like
Mm,
stories.
that's good.
So it's like that.
It's character driven type of anime.
Yeah. It's not exactly about the restaurant,
It's
but it's
about
about
the
the people
people.
who come in.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
I
good.
like that.
Okay.
Um,
I should probably give the season one a watch then.
yeah. And then the other things are, let's see, the third season of World Trigger.
Yes, I
Gotta
am
watch my World Trigger.
extremely looking forward to that.
You are.
I
I
am.
wish that it would get more episodes, but I guess they're
Read the
doing.
manga, dude.
I can, but if I do that, I'll start from the beginning.
Okay.
But I don't want to because
I
one day I'll catch up.
look. The best thing about the offer of Road Trigger is that they release chapters like once a month, but they release like 2 chapters once each month, each on the same day. So yeah, I it's great. I've been enjoying the arc in Road Trigger right now because they're doing training and stuff like that's fantastic. It's
You
good.
shouldn't say that. I haven't read it.
All I said is that they're doing training.
Training.
That's literally a
How can
whole.
you say that? Moving on.
Yes, moving on.
Let's see. Second season of 86.
Also looking forward to this.
Or it's not really the second season.
It's the
They're calling it
second
the second
core.
core,
More
like
the
of the
second part
first
of the first
season.
season. Yes. Technically
Um,
second season still. Because the
right.
first one ended pretty much an arc of like I believe I was told is like the first volume and some of the actual novels.
Let's just call it
Yes.
part two of part.
Of
I
86.
don't even know what I'm saying. Exactly. Part two of 86.
Yes.
And then lastly, the thing that lots of people are looking forward to, one of the drivers that they're saying is going to be of the 2022 season. Anyhow, a lot of people are looking forward to the second season of Kimetsu no Yaiba.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care.
I saved it for last, but I also, I'm going to watch it,
I know you are.
but it's not my, you know.
Look, we had this conversation ages ago about me being super shocked about people super love Kimetsu no Yaiba, and then the anime blowing up. People already liking that into
Yeah, I
even
said that I
sky
couldn't
high.
understand.
Dude, people like things.
I think it's the
And we
animation.
equated it to like the Naruto phenomenon, like it blowing up super hard as well when it got an anime a billion
Oh,
years ago. But I'm just not the biggest fan of. Read all of Kimetsu no Yaiba from
right. I know
beginning
you
to
did.
end, and it's an enjoyable shonen series that knows what it wants to do. I think the best thing about Kimetsu no Yaiba, in my opinion, is that it's consistent
Hmm.
and it's like, here's the big boss, here's all the big boss lackeys. The manga ends when the big boss dies, and it does because there's no other big boss after.
Right, and
They're
that was the
all
goal.
the
The whole goal
entire
from the very
goal
beginning.
exactly of
Right.
all of them is to fight and kill the big
How
boss in
can
the
you
end.
say that? Isn't that spoilers?
That's not a spoiler. That's like from the very get go. They find out that he's the main issue why
Yes.
they're the demon slayers and stuff like that. Whatever's man. But yeah,
Anyhow, I'll tell
that's
you
why I
something that
like it,
took
and
me
it
off
doesn't
guard
continue
recently. I watched the Kimetsu no Yaiba
the
The
movie.
Train arc, right?
Yeah, where what's his
And
face
I
gets.
wasn't expecting him. What's his name? Oh,
He's like
goodness.
the sixth pillar, right? The flame
Whatever
dude.
he is. I can't remember, right? The
I don't
flame
remember
guy. Let's call
names.
him the flame guy.
Flame
I
dude, that was
can't
cool.
remember his name, but I was shocked when he was killed.
Oh,
Like that he actually was gonna die.
oh yeah. Everybody was shocked when that happened in the
And then it
manga.
was like, wow. And they cried. There was Tanjiro and the two others, and they cried. And I also cried because I was so shocked, Christopher.
What is it with anime and manga killing off the fire character to in front of the main
My brain is
characters?
trying to work overtime now, thinking
Ace.
about other fire characters.
What
Do you
else?
say Ace?
Yeah.
You're trying to make me cry. I see. I see. You're trying to make me cry again.
Yeah.
Aha, aha. Too
But yeah.
soon.
Not too soon. It's
It's
been like
too
two
soon.
decades.
Oh,
Shut
my
up.
ace, my
But
ace.
anyways, yes, Kimetsu no Yaiba's second season. Everybody's going to be amazing. I can't wait for the whatever opening song to also jump to the top of the charts again, like it did.
Well,
That's what happened with the original opening
I
too, and all that
know,
stuff.
but just because it's Kimetsu no Yaiba doesn't mean that's gonna happen,
Bruh,
right?
bruh.
I tell you something else. Uniqlo also started back selling Kimetsu no Yaiba themed stuff because a lot of people wanted it, and they just started back around, this time
second
because
season is coming
exactly,
out. It's smart.
exactly. I know it's promoting and marketing and
Yes.
everything, but I'm just saying they're all like backed by popular demand. I'm like,
mean
second
anime
season. I see you.
coming?
I see you.
Anyways, that is our list for things that we're looking for this season. I
Yes.
think it's relatively shorter for you. You haven't had as many things as last time.
Well, that's gonna change when we get into season. Anyway,
Okay, but I hope you guys enjoyed and have a wonderful night, everyone.
good night.